Well, everyone might still be talking about Madonna's epic fall at the Brits. We've been more interested in some of the night's beauty looks. One of our favourites was Rita Ora's smoky eye and nude lip. So here's our step-by-step guide on how to achieve her glowing look at home.
So Bex, I'm going to do Rita Ora's look from the Brits last night. And I've already prepped your skin. We used the Essence Soft Touch Mousse Foundation because she had a really dewy kind of look to her skin. So it was nice and glowy. So I've started with that, and then I'm just going to use the Match 2 Cover Concealer under your eyes. So I'm going to use the lighter colour from this palette. And we'll just start underneath the eyes and bring it down in kind of a triangle shape. I'm just going to apply some of it down the centre of your face as well. For that kind of red carpet glow, it's nice to get a highlight down the centre panel of your face. So just a little bit on the forehead and down the nose. Okay, now onto the brows. I'm going to use the How to Wow Brow Kit from Essence. And Rita Ora has those really strong, vibrant brows, really bold. And then I'm just going to fill in any sparse areas. And then I like to just brush it through to keep it looking quite natural. And you just build it up as you go along. So onto the eyes, I'm actually going to start with the Essel Kohl pencil, just the black kohl pencil. And I'm going to put this in the waterline and also on your upper lash line, and I'm going to smudge it out, and that's going to make the basis for our smoky eye. So it's a really quick and easy way to create a smoky eye. If you're just kind of unsure about building up colour, start with the pencil. It makes it a lot easier. Just warming it up on the back of my hand to get the kohl kind of a little bit of movement in it. Now I'll get you to look up to the ceiling. I'm just going to put it in the waterline. And when you do this, make sure you get some of it on the lashes as well. You don't want to see any kind of skin colour coming through. Now you can blink away as I'm doing this. So I'm just going to lift up your lid a little bit, and I'm going to get it right in at the root of the lashes. And you don't have to be too precise about this because, like I said, I'm going to smudge it. And then before I move on to the other eye, I'm just going to grab a brush. Have a look here. This is like a little pointed brush, and I can just use that right at the root again to smudge it and have a softer kind of smoky look. That's what smoky is really. It's going from dark to light, but it's smoking out. It's getting nice and soft. So you can close again. So I'm just going between the pencil and then the brush. Now when I get to the outer corner of your eye, I've only just stopped this at your last lash. I'm not going to wing it out because that wasn't really the look she went for. So I'm going to bring it into the crease of your eye, just with what's on my brush. So you can close again. And the Essence Kohl pencils are nice and soft, so you kind of have a lot of time to play around with them and move them. So it creates a really nice base for your eyeshadow. And the great thing about working with pencils is you don't have to get a precise line. So it's a lot easier than using a gel or a liquid. So next up, I'm going to use one of my favourite tricks, really, and it's using bronzer on the eyes. So the same bronzer that I'll use on the face, I'll use on your eyes as well, and it helps to blend out the eyeshadow. So this is the Essence Sun Club 2-in-1 bronzer and highlighter. And I'm going to use a fluffy blending brush into the bronzer shade, and this is going to go just in the crease and above the crease of your eye. So get your close for me. And what this does is it just softens any edges, and it acts as a kind of transition colour. And because I use it on your face as well, it just ties everything in together. So you'll notice when you look at the picture of Rita Ora's makeup look from the Brits, she had this kind of halo effect around her smoky eyes. It didn't just stop suddenly, and that's what we're achieving. Okay, onto the eyeshadow. I'm going to use the Essence Quattro palette, and I'll use a couple of these shades to create the look. So first of all, I start in the inner corner with this nice highlight shimmery shade. And open your eyes for me. And just apply it in and around the tear duct. And what that does is it really, really opens up the eyes. So creating a highlight effect in the inner corner. And then next up, I'm going to use this kind of golden shade across the lid. So you can close for me now. A patting motion. Anytime you're using a little bit of shimmer, you want to press and pat the eyeshadow on so that you don't get any fall down, so it doesn't come down underneath your eyes. If you're a little bit heavy-handed, you can always leave the concealer part, the under eye concealer, until after your eyeshadow. That way you can just clean up with a cotton bud and then apply the concealer. Now get to open and look right up to the ceiling again. same eyeshadow, the golden one, and this is going to go underneath the lash line. Gold is just one of those colours that works on every colour eye. So especially on blue or green eyes, it will really make them pop and stand out. But gorgeous on brown or hazel eyes as well. Now I'm going to go for the darker colour in this palette. It's more of a matte taupe brown. You can close again. And that's going to go just over where we applied the black pencil. So the black pencil has created the depth. And now I'm just going to kind of seal it in with this matte brown shadow. So now onto the face. I'm going to go back to the 2-in-1 contour and highlight. And then I'm going to use the bronzer shade to create a little bit of contour. And you just want to do this kind of feel for your cheekbones and do it just slightly underneath. So it's almost like the line between the top of your ear and the corner of your mouth, but not as far. And you want to kind of stop at the end of your cheekbone, around the apples of the cheek. And then from the same palette, I'll use the highlight part, and that's going to go on your cheekbones. So we did the contour and the bronzer underneath your cheekbones, and then this is going on top. And you can also do this down the centre of the nose. And you can use your finger and on the Cupid's bow for a fuller pout. For blush, I'm going to use the Silky Touch blush, really nice peach shade. So she had a really peachy coral colour on her cheeks. And it's very fresh. I find it's a lot more natural than using pink. So I'm applying it on the apples of your cheeks and blending back towards the bronzer. So that you've got your contour, your highlight and your blusher, but they all blend in together so they don't look like 3 separate products. And I'll start off with in the nude pencil to give some definition to your lips. So I'll start at the Cupid's bow and I'm just going to follow your natural shape. So for the lip colour, Rita Ora was wearing a very light nude. I'm going to use the Essence Wearing Only a Smile, number 1. So it's from the nude collection again, and it's a really, really pale peachy pink. So when you apply it, you can do it straight from the lipstick, but I like using a lip brush. And what I do is I blend it into the pencil that I've already applied. Okay, so we're going to put some gloss on the lips as well. So I have the Essence XXXL Nude Lip Gloss, really pale pink. I apply that mostly in the centre. If you apply lip gloss just in the centre of your lips, you get the shine and you get the fullness, but it won't bleed out. So it won't go into any of the fine lines around your mouth, and it will last a little bit longer. So we're nearly finished. I'm going to go back to that pencil like I said earlier. The pencil in the waterline again, and then we're going to finish with mascara. So get you to look up to the ceiling. And now I'm going to use the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. So we want really bold lashes. I'll probably do a couple of coats of this. So first of all, I'll get you to look up to the ceiling. If you do your bottom lashes first, you don't get that transfer when you look up. So sometimes if you do the top ones first and then you look up, you get mascara all over the eyeshadow you've just applied. The wand on this brush is kind of tapered. So you've got a smaller end, which is great for getting into those inner corners for the small, shorter lashes. Make sure you get that mascara right at the roots and then wiggle it through. And for extra volume, what you want to do is do your second coat while the first one is still wet. Okay. And that's the finished look. Thanks, Bex.